Today, I will be speaking through you all of a rebirth within myself and a rebirth through the core of humanity. So please get comfortable, because this will be one of those hour-long plus videos where I just speak my heart, my mind, soul, emotion away. I will start by saying that it is a new month, February. I'm focusing on eating healthier, just pertaining to fruits and vegetables, exercising, discharging away from technology. Although I'm not a superficial person, certain things in the physical land space I do have attachments to, rather it be other beings or items or even places. You have to learn how to connect with self and know oneself than trying to be self with everyone else. Focus on your inner light, your inner source. Harness that balance so it does not bestow you and cross conscious. X has the marking space of land with center. This is the third rebirth within myself. Turning 2,000-year-old solely, 20 physically in May as a Taurus. Third rebirth. First was just as a child experiencing duality. Didn't know how complacent it would be, how ferocious, how abusing it would put upon an abuse of all affirmations to make me lose myself, thinking that I was schizophrenic, having dementia, hearing voices, cerebral paralysis, psychotic or psychosis episodes, multiple personality disorders, behavior disorders, you name it, even from a clinical doctor, because I'll never abide by a higher power, feeling as a rogue titan that obeyed anything that ever bestowed me. But that's how I came to peace in this today present. You all have to learn how to not hurt yourself, and that will start to create disconnection, because until you are aware and truly know the prone abuse of cycling, you won't stop the creation. It will continue to bestow. Until further notice, it will be a dispensary use of negativity that'll put you in a place where you have lonesome, because there's a thin line between being alone and being lonely. I'm alone. I never chose as a child to be introverted, so I always act out in ways, because everything does start at home. That is very true. Everything does start at home. Your home is where the heart is, and your home in a physical atmosphere. That is very true, whether you believe it or not. That's very important. And was disrupted in many ways, from a physical aspect to an eternal aspect, dealing with rage of entities and sources that try to mutilate me in a spiritual aspect to being a mistress and not having control over the source within myself, to go over in the black wholesome. The radiancy is more vibrant now because I focus in, I focus more. I never let something distract you. Don't let anything on the outskirts come into your temple, your safe haven, your safeguard, and disrupt that and lead or even enter overall. Because once that happens, you do not have a substantial use for yourself anymore. It is imbalanced, like a heart rate. It goes up and down constantly until you find that level of peace and that level of source. And as a child, I always wondered, like, why was I experiencing these things? Like, was I really crazy? Did I really lose my mind? But I always had a complacent part in my heart, soul, and mind where I knew I was never like anyone else. From the things that I've seen or experienced, I knew I wasn't like anyone else. And being that way, it created outlash or outbursts aggressively and in a non-aggressive aspect. Yeah.
Didn't you hear me knocking on this door?
I'm busy right now and you're interrupting it. I don't need that negative energy or nothing.
Danielle, I knocked on the wall.
I heard you, but I'm doing something.
Okay, and get that crap up out of here.
That's unneeded for things like that are very unnecessary. And it takes time to grow out of that. What someone else is going through, you have to truly learn how to forgive. You have to truly learn how to mature. That's an exact example of that. That is my mother. It's a love and hate relationship, but I have a lot of love and hate relationships with many people. And the reason that it's still love and hate is because everyone wants love, and to say that you don't want love in some sort of way, rather it's from self or others, is a lie, and you're being in denial to yourself. So I still accept substantial abuse or fake love because I still want love. But I learned to be in a relationship within myself that's unprone negativity. But I learned to remain calm and wholesome. And sometimes, even though the view is being of me at peace with myself, it still can be many things that occur eternally. But on the outer view, it's seen as. And sometimes it's a storm eternally, the eye of the storm. But day by day, you grow to learn that most people, well, not most, but some people will never outgrow what they see when they look at themselves in the mirror, or how the views are occurring. Many people in this world are narcissists. A lot of people in this world are narcissists. to this day with family and friends because many people, like 95%, and probably higher people, always try to overstep you in some way when all I want to do is be someone's friend. All I want to do is be accepted and to be genuinely loved, because that's all I do or try to do for others. No one intentionally tries to hurt someone. And to intentionally try to hurt someone, then you are prone to negativity or evil. But we all go through those stages because no one is pure except for a child, because they are just being descended to this realm. But as you grow older, your aura starts to open in the whole gauges. That didn't have to be said. She could have just said, okay. But having that mentality, having that energy source, being that person, having that misery or whatever, those people are prone to acting like that because they're hardwired. It's my 5th day not masturbating. Well, technically 4th, but 5th. I've been masturbating for over 3 years. But after the first couple months that I began to masturbate, I had a discard and a dislike for it. That's why you always feel, either as a man or a woman, when you do it, after you do it, you're like, ugh, I just did that. Because it's not in your source, in your divine, to actually want to do it. You're letting your hormones and sexual energy attract to a superficial thing that's gonna hardwire yourself. 3 years is a long time to masturbate, just like I've been smoking for 3 years. It's a superficial thing. You have to learn how to respect things. You have to learn, as weed is a herb that was first used just as mushrooms to talk to higher spirits and entities and ancestors and guide yourself through a higher portal or a gateway. Once you start to discard the natural use of something and start to not respect it, it will start to affect you in a way of paranoia. You may hear things, you may feel like just it's so much occurring around you that makes you locked in a gate because you're not respecting it anymore. You have to respect the use of anything that's being intaken within you. You have to, or it's gonna show you who's boss. That's why mutual respect is very important. Very important. You don't know what anyone goes through. It's rare somebody asks me how my day going, because all it is just negativity, and that's the truth. But it's few people who genuinely care to ask me how my day is going. Few, but not many, because they don't care. They care about what I'm doing with my life physically, and that's not important. But when you really understand the richness of life, then you will understand what being rich really means. Ball body said it best. Richness to me is life. A lot of you all, richness is money. Artificial things that come and go, that's not important because you don't know self. You are prone to these hardwired things. Being loud could have been calm. All these other occurrences that are happening to distract you from me speaking this message. That is all it is. That's all it is. But I will sustain on my pathway no matter what. No matter what. The rebirth occurrences kill your older self. So as me, it kills my previous self. Now I'm getting out of this other affirmation I was just in not too long ago, because it's rewiring. I'm disconnecting from the plugs, from the matrix. Once again. But more solely, I'm disconnected from the attributes that make me stay at a lower level than being up here. And I choose to be down here in some ways because I know Pandora box is heavily within this world. But I know that some things that I view, I know it limits me. How could I be undefined if I limit myself in certain ways? But that's not as prone of a dark way of thing. But it's like if I know I could be higher just to be open to a new experience, why not take it? But I'm always going to stay true to myself. Yes, indeed, no matter what. Know that you do not have to take orders. You do not have to take orders from yourself. Don't worry about what you're going to do tomorrow. Worry about what you're doing today in the present moment right now. I feel beautiful, but I'm still riding a wave of blues because that's my energy. But I feel beautiful though. But I'm mellow as always. Learn to not put your aggressive energy upon others or your pain for what you've been through in your life, because we do that a lot unconsciously when the other person doesn't deserve it. We hurt the ones that love us and love the ones that hurt us. That is the truth. Disconnect from that no matter what. And that is what I'm doing right now, having these emotional discharge from the heart. So the connection with the umbilical cord that has a soul connection, I'm cutting it off. I'm breaking it away, and I'm breaking it within my mind to stop having so much imagery that is not healing, that is only having this part within myself to just back away and fly in my spaceship like this. When I want to glide, I want to glide and just go like this, not like this or like this, like this. Just glide, glide like the black bird I seen in the sky that wasn't moving. Just glide. Learn to have that wholesome with your masculine and your feminine energy. I am so in tune with my feminine energy that it is deadly. Because I'm not spiritual at all. Spirituality chose me, but I partaken in the pathway. But I do not call myself spiritual. I do not call myself anything. I am a nobody. Honestly. And being a nobody is a state of well-being. Being a nobody is an all state of well-being. Understand that you are not putting any titles on yourself. You are not in competition with others. You are not in this pyramid scheme that's built upon the physical world. I feel so comfortable. I don't like clothes. Like, I don't like wearing clothes at all. So I actually changed. And as I've been saying, I've been exercising. I've been staying consistent. I've been staying consistent with trying to find, well, not trying because I'm doing, I'm making effort to get a job. But it takes time because I know what type of work field I want to view that deals with being holistic or deals with nature. It's easy to flip burgers. It's easy to be in corporate because then you would just be like, hello, my name is. Hi, my name is. Just like in Chuck E. Cheese, just moving like this, just moving like this. You don't want to be doing that. Do you really want that? Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with flipping burgers. If I flip burgers, I'm going to flip, go crazy. I'm going to flip the burgers completely. completely. But I know I'm worth more than that to be flipping burgers. And I know in the end run, all of it matters. Just like being happy. Being happy is not a goal. It is not an achievement. That's why most of you all will never be happy. Because you all have the view of trying to be happy when you should just be happy. Try not to be in pain when you just shouldn't be in pain. It's easier said than done. It honestly is. But when you get in the field and work path of doing it just unconsciously to a conscious matter, it will begin to have occurrences. I promise you that. And excuse me, I'm getting my water. I just started back drinking water within, has it been a month since I've been drinking water? I didn't know at the time that dehydrating your body was another way of fasting when you're not taking physical intake of eating. I did not know that. And I did notice differences. Of course, being hydrated or dying of thirst. But more on the aspect of water, because we are crystals and we are see-through as the space of being holographic. Water is an intake is to build the ore and the eye. As a matter of fact, excuse me one more time. Gotta stretch out sometimes, because this shit can get a little, statue-like. Dying of thirst. A lot of us are dying of thirst. And if you don't know what dying of thirst means, well, listen to Kendrick Lamar, Dying of Thirst. Beautiful song, beautiful album. But how I view the album, or how I view the song in particular, Dying of Thirst. His grandmother, or what I presume his grandmother, presumably said that dying of thirst is bibliographical, meaning that we do not have water intake in our body, so we're dehydrated. And if you're dehydrated, or just like you're hungry, you're gonna go to any extent. If you don't have that discipline and self-awareness or knowledge to do anything to fulfill that need, which is not even a necessity. But on a deeper level, how I took it was, every day we die of thirst. And not just on the physical aspect of getting older and dying. Because death and weight are two things that always have constant changes. Always. Remember that. But we all have dying thirst. I know that I won't be fully at peace with myself until I die. Because I've always been intrigued to death since a child. Always was fascinated by death. That's why I stopped fearing death at such a young age, honestly. Sometimes I'm unaware when I walk outside, not unaware in the space of spiritual welfare, but on a physical note, sometimes I do just walk without carefree because whatever happened is meant to be because I created that. Just the other day, a car was speeding past, which happened on multiple occasions, but it was real close. And I was just like, I just kept walking. I didn't react or anything. It was very close. It's a black Cadillac, dark tint and all, like a Batmobile. Fume, very close. Could have hit me. Could have did a favor to me. It's this word that I can't think of right now, but one of these fellow beings gave it to me. That means that death is entitlement to me. That if I was on my deathbed, I would want the plug to be pulled. And I didn't know what it meant because she didn't want to tell me, so I did research. And I can't think of the word right now because I showed her this picture of me. And right then and there, when she looked at it, of course she had to decode and analyze, and she thought of the word. And I kept thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, that is me. But I feel like that's me in a dark space. Because in a natural space, I'm always going to want to die. That's just me. It has nothing to do with being suicidal or any mental aspect. Death is a dream for the wise. Reality is just an illusion for those that are in this matrix, how I view it. And after this video, I am going to bake some red potatoes with black seasoning and salt. That sounds mighty delicious. Because I'm not intaking no dairy, haven't intaken meat in quite some months. It was previously like a year prior. I'm not a vegan or anything. Because anytime I eat pizza, it has pepperoni and sausages. Like, I'm not anything others view me as. That's why I'm so, honestly. But we all are dying of thirst, and that's why I have that rose. And I'll even get into that in a minute. But we all do things that de-elevate us. Life is a game. Don't believe people telling you that life is not a joke. Life is a joke. You know why life is not a joke? Because a lot of people are afraid to die without accomplishing things. People are afraid of so many things that they don't have to be afraid of. That is the truth of why people truly believe life is not a joke. But life is a joke. Think about it. Your health bar is your energy source, your aura. The more you do things to de-elevate that, the lower your vibration is, the more intake of prone to negativity you will attract. Law of attraction, law of gravity, law of anything. Which all laws are not believable laws. Because what are laws? But on that aspect, yes. And your HP keeps depleting to the point where you are like this, but not in the way you want to be, because death is the beginning of birth. Death is our true state. There's a reason I did this position. There's a reason some people's arms are crossed like this when they die. Pharaohs, kings and queens, goddess and goddess, cats with finks, owls and crow. Of course, you know I gotta stay G'd up. Spiritual gangster. That is the only title that I will ever take, is a spiritual gangster. And nobody can take that from me, because I promise you I slaved since a child to get to where I am today. Copper bracelet, planetary chakra bracelet, another chakra bracelet. It's said to be 15 chakras. It's only 7 in the body. The other 8 are celestial. Heart of a Warrior bracelet, Mantra Magna bracelet, King of the Jungle bracelet, which there is no such thing as King of the Jungle. We are all in the jungle, and you will not escape the jungle until you die, because the jungle is Mother Nature. You can't over bestow Mother Nature in no way. She's gonna make you respect it, but Mother Nature is not the type to be like, and you gonna respect this. Nah, Mother Nature not like that. When you disrespect Mother Nature or misuse it, that's why I was telling you all, when you smoke, that's Mother Nature. But when you start to misuse it, Mother Nature gonna have you like, seriously. I was like that before, in an all serious aspect. That is one of the main reasons I don't smoke no more. Especially sativa. I don't feel nobody should really smoke sativa. Sativa is for what? Sativa is more deadly than what others think. We already have natural dopamine within our brain cells and stems. Sativa enhances that, but when the high comes down, you are depleting. So now you have glutamine, like alcohol. Alcohol is a depressant, and it releases glutamine. That's what sativa does in the abstract of it. Dying of thirst, man, goes in so many affirmations. From the simple usages of having intimacy, dating, which is just a lust cycle. Being entitled, feeling that someone owes you things, that you feel that you have entitlement, smoking, drinking, doing this all day on the phone, doing this all day at your job, not having a source of just taking the time to be who you want to be. Be who you want to be. A part of me being me is I'm very introverted. But if you just take the time to truly talk to me, you gonna be like, whoa, I kid you not. Or you might not have a reaction, you might be like, damn, I finally met somebody that's on my level I could be in tune with. But all these outer views are occurred because no one wants to know the real me. What's the main reason? They probably feel they better than me. They're not. Nobody is better than anybody on this earth. There is no such thing as being under or overprivileged. When will you realize that? Why you feel that way? Pandora's box. You wouldn't feel that way. Or I'm not going to say that, but no, you wouldn't feel that way. If Pandora's box didn't exist, a lot of things right now wouldn't be current with such race. Race does not exist. It's only the human race. We're all human beings. Come on. We're all human beings. I'm an alien. Don't get it? Like, I'm an alien, but I'm in a human being body. But there's only the human being race. There is no race. So what if I'm indigenous and another person is European and such so forth? Well, if I came from a land of abyss and you came from a land of until homage, enlightenment, so what? Who cares? Who really cares? I'm black, but do you see in any of my videos, like if you personally know me, I never have the mentality, it's hard for a black man. Are you serious? That's your excuse for why you can't do what you want to do, because it's hard for a black man? It's hard for a black woman? Are you all serious? But then you all say, oh, black people can't be racist. How? Ito po sa makita meta. How? How? That's because you all have stupidity. That's straight what it is now. want to call it. When you do things that you're aware of, it's not ignorance, because ignorance is not to know. You have stupidity. You have that purple pill state. Blue pill state is you just don't know anything. You're oblivious to everything. Red pill, you're out the matrix. A lot of you all have that stupidity purple pill intake. And I have that sometimes. That's why I'm detaching from the rest of the purple pill states I have. Nothing to hurt you, only if you believe it's hurt you. I stopped drinking water because water is fluoridated. That's the truth. But my thoughts, anything is so powerful with me that it's gonna occur. So I drank water and I kept drinking it, and I felt water was damaging. What did it do? The fluoride damaged me. Took months of breaks off, dehydrated myself. Like, man, more cosmic dreams happening. I'm in places that's difficult to even describe. Just from a dehydration and rebirth. And taking it. It doesn't hurt. When I first started drinking it, hurt it. Shake it off. Boom. Super Saiyan, Ultra Instinct, Exoskeleton. Even smoke. Quite some moments, a moment ago. It didn't hurt because it's building. It is okay to die of thirst, but it is about how you dehydrate yourself. I had a past lover that really had me emotionally attached through a mission that I was aware of. And I'm not gonna go into depths with it, but I had a mission with her. And she liked dead roses. And at first I was like, I didn't really was like, why or nothing. I was like, And she explained to me anything that dies is beautiful. Now I don't have this as an emotional linkage with her, because I always found death beautiful. But dying of thirst, we all die of thirst. Unconsciously and consciously. The cervix core within myself to talk to this oracle or core. Has me in the outer space of a grid. Has me outer space of a radiancy. As I said before, a spaceship. Love yourself. Be yourself. Empower yourself. I am neither a man nor a woman. And some of you all are trying to be funny than what you are. A transgender. No. I'm just here, honestly. And I'm gonna move as such. And yes, it's difficult. But some things are only difficult as what you make it.